There was a question that someone has asked what to do when it comes to someone's legacy. What should a good legacy be for humanity? I thought a bit and I said, this is a good question to make a video about. See, when it comes to making a legacy or leaving a legacy, see, a legacy can be of two kinds. It can be of a spiritual nature or mystical maybe, or it can be of a physical nature. Given the nature of this society, most people's legacy will definitely be a physical one because it takes a tremendous amount of energy to leave and spiritual preparation to leave behind something like the wonders one may find within ancient monuments and places with spiritual power like you can find in Romania's Carpathians, but especially in some even more powerful places like you can find, for example, in the Himalayas, in India's Kailash city, as of what I heard, South Americas. I heard they're very. There are some places in South America as well, Africa also. There are many of these places. When it comes to a physical legacy, see, typically a physical legacy is like a footprint one leaves in the history of humanity. But the point is, when you want to leave a footprint, do you want to leave just a footprint? Because in order to leave a footprint, one has to be only level headed. At the same time, one should also fly because being childish means opening yourself to your intuition and to your imagination fully, right? When you fly, many people say they're not going to leave a footprint, but there are many lively people, people who can make others laugh. They don't have much of a fortune, they're probably not having diplomas and the such, but still they can make people laugh. It's a good legacy. The content they have created is still considered, it can be considered a good legacy because, well, as long as there is a server to keep it, people can access it if it is still allowed. When it comes to leaving a legacy, well, best is to leave an institution or something that functions in a certain way in the name of society and brings something good. A chain of hospitals, a chain of restaurants. While these may be demolished or people may be sacked as governments change after you depart or after a while, after a short while, depends. The point is you have left a legacy. As of what I can think, the best thing as a legacy to leave is not necessarily a monument. A monument will only serve a few people who live there, may give them some job, to a few people who can guard it, and well, may make some money for the people who sell tickets in order to see it if there is such a case. But it is best to leave something behind that truly changes humanity, or at least a part of your society. A chain of hospitals, a chain of restaurants, monuments built, for example, to augment, or buildings, hotels built to augment, let's say, some resorts. There are many things. On a digital level, one can leave some chain of, I don't know, social media apps or special apps. Like, for example, nowadays, one can put it like this. A very good thing one can do nowadays is a company that collects trash. And especially if you can end up capable of building a company that can dispose of trash, not just store it. That will be a very interesting point. And there may be backlash because the European Union is all about keeping the trash so as you pollute the environment instead of, caring for the environment. But one can still try. And if you leave behind a chain of such companies that deal with trash after you, well, that is a good thing. We can leave behind, for example, forests, right? Reforestation is a very great legacy to leave behind because ultimately, people will live off of the oxygen in there. Yes, sure, people may cut the trees again, but when you do something, better couple it with something to support that which you have done. If you do, for example, leave a legacy in the name of forests, right, through reforestation, schooling children for many, many generations in time to make use of those forests and also replant the trees. That's a good thing. Leaving behind a very powerful soil, a very fertile soil, that's a good thing. Teaching people how to take care of the soil, of the air, and of the water, well, that's a good thing. Leaving behind a chain of, for example, wastewater treatment facilities or waste treatment facilities, that can also be a good legacy. Because a lot of people think that all they could leave behind them is money. See, money is nothing but fuel. If you leave money to a lot of money to your followers, to your children, for example, teach them how to use the money in the best ways possible. How to build certain things, how to build businesses, how to build ways in which you teach people how to work more intelligently. You can build an app where, for example, you unite digital artists, right? And you make places, forums where they can share their stuff and others can buy. And well, you can make a hub. That's a good legacy to leave behind because obviously there's going to be a lot of artists afterwards. You can have a place for regular artists, physical ones, like anything, just like Etsy or something like that, right? You can make a very small one at least for your local society because nowadays children will obviously be interested in that. Leaving a chain of schools, for example, that will teach children what it should be. Schools that can teach them real yoga, for example, to learn how to become better within themselves. Schools that can teach children how to survive in a forest. Schools that can teach children how to make better use of their money, how to understand finances and the such, right? At least to an intermediate level. But if you have the teachers that can teach in such a way that they can draw the children's attention, that's a very good thing, right? So as we go further and further, these are good examples of a physical legacy. When it comes to a spiritual legacy, well, one may leave yoga centers or, certain buildings like this. If they're capable, if one becomes spiritually powerful enough and they can consecrate certain things, well, one may consecrate certain buildings or build certain temples and consecrate them so that people who come there, they get in line with those energies. These are good examples of spiritual legacies. Now, I'm not too good when it comes to spirituality, but yet again, schools that can teach children how to become better within, how to make better use of their own energies, that's also a very good legacy to leave behind. So hopefully this video raised a bit of awareness. You're appreciated, take care, enjoy life, enjoy this existence, take care, and this being said, Ferinjan Board signing out.